Hmm. Hmm. What's the picture? Blood Moon? Uh, I guess Crater Hoof Behemoth? I don't know. Uro? This thing? I don't know. Zakama is only from hand? No, it isn't. Zakama is not just from hand. I mean, Zakama's hilarious, but it's a little ridiculous. It's like very ridiculous. Do you play Ugin? Probably. Ugin's Labyrinth? Yeah, right? Which means more stupid sevens. I think Ugin's Labyrinth is good enough to play otherwise moderately questionable cards. What does this do? Hmm. Dawning can cast whatchamacallit, so what is Enlightened Tutor doing? Who cares? It's gonna do enough. It doesn't have to do it. Don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to think about it. Atali? Yeah, Atali's weird. But everything in this deck is weird so far. We have the Hierarchs, actually, and the Pilgrim. Could play Kinnan. It's not like it doesn't do anything. Bolt Tender with 12 fetch lands? 11? Hmm. What is what's the other one? Fanatic of Ronus? Hmm. Doesn't quite work. I wonder if I want rampant growth and all that nonsense. Yeah, I don't think I actually like Teferi. I think the middle of the deck can just be ramp spells. Yeah, bribery, just it's not necessary when you have this pile. Not necessary. Solitude didn't work out. Fatal Push cut down. Or do I totally ignore people? Maybe that's better. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't need Pock. Or I don't think I need that. I don't need Overlord. I want. Hmm. Huh. No, I'd rather Renin 6 be itself a land or a rampant growth. I shouldn't worry about picking up lands. Especially if I decide to stay with Uro, which I probably won't. I think Uro is well, it depends. If I go to 55 lands, Uro is better, I guess. What are the MGSCs looking like? I guess I can play Otawara and not ruin anything. Sync is just better than an island, maybe. What are the black ones? Mauling and there's a better mauling now, right? Yeah, this one. Mm, yeah. Oh man, the mana base is gonna give me a headache. I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So it must not be important. All right. probably the Verge lands. I think. At least maybe the green ones. And then all the cycling triomes. Again, probably just the green ones. And maybe that's still just too many tap lands. It might not be necessary. Because Golos can always find the World Tree. I don't know about shock lands. I don't know. Seems unnecessary to find non-green lands almost indefinitely. So, just be right. And then Cavernous Soul, I think. What even is this? It's a scout? Golos is a scout. The amount of Golos I've played on paper, I would probably not have been able to tell you that. That's funny. Man. The land options are pretty large when you have a 5-color commander. I almost want to say Arid Archway is good enough to play, but we have Ancient Tomb, so maybe not. I don't think Field of the Dead is at all fast enough, but it is an option. It just doesn't seem like making... I don't even have any like land ramp spells. Seems just a bit slow. It's not like I can Primeval Titan 2 of them in a 60-card deck. I guess Rendon 6 kills 1-drops. Oh, there's a World Tree. I knew something was missing. There is the Indestructible land. I can't remember what it like taps for one of each color or something. Oh, this thing. Add 5 in any combination. But you go down a mana. This used to see play, but I think the World Tree just has this, whatever this is doing, covered at this point in the game. Like, you don't have to grab this unless we're suffering from like land destruction and Armageddon. Well, Armageddon, we're dead anyways, but like Field of Ruin and World Tree. But it's so easy to just get all the colors anyways, I feel. I shouldn't have to play some questionable thing. I mean, Library is just never going to trigger, I feel. Like, I always want to play a 1-drop in turn 1. We'll keep it in for now, I guess. You could play Mana Confluence. But again, I really don't think you have to do that. I don't think you have to do that. With Golos getting the World Tree, it just seems unnecessary. So maybe we just chill for a bit and see what happens. I could obviously be wrong. I want more lands and also... Why does it want 3 islands? Ugh. No. Actually, maybe the only basics I should have are forests. It doesn't want a single forest. It doesn't want a single basic forest in here. Wow. Is that even true? How does it want so many islands but not a single forest? Okay. Let's... What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? with a low basic count, it could be hard to play Rampant Growth, but there's still Farseek, I guess. I feel like a card like Farseek single-handedly just fixes your colors. It's like, boop, you get 2 extra colors that weren't green immediately, and then like, it's just so easy. It's so free. It's so free to get all the colors in play. Cultivates. And then 4 more forests. Or just 4 forests in general. Like that. I really don't know if I want the other basics at all, but I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. No board wipes. This is... I don't know. We're still like silver, so I guess we could just mess around. I'm a little out of practice with Golos. But this deck curve does look absolutely hilarious to me. I don't really get to play with show and tell, so that's cool. I probably do want Tooth and Nail in here, and maybe this is just a little too out there. The +2 is random. The +1 can potentially do too little, and the -4 is all right. I'll give you that, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Tooth and Nail is just better in that spot. You can entwine off of Golos, because Entwine is unlike that other Kicker. I think it's Kicker, where like you have to... One of the evergreen additional cast things doesn't work with Golos, but I know Tooth and Nail does, having played a ton of this on paper. Maybe it is Kicker. That doesn't matter. So, yeah, Golos. With the World Tree, you can be rather lazy with your mana base, because it just finds the World Tree, and then you just perfect colors for the rest of the game. However, you don't even need the World Tree. I think if you're just playing some kind of green thing, you have access to all the colors. I mean, even without green ramp spells, you can so easily cast 5-color cards on turn 5 without playing a single ramp spell. So the color screwing thing is just not something to really worry about. It has all the tutors to set up a Golos activation. You can also get the, what is it, Ancient Tomb, right? That's another option you can grab, though most of the time it's probably going to be the World Tree. But in any scenario where I have all the colors already, and then I guess Ancient Tomb is the go. 2, yeah, you just spin and win. That's it. You spin the top 3 and probably win with a pile of complete nonsense. That's about it. That is about it. Some of this could be slightly different. I don't like counter spells. Sometimes I see them, but Golos hitting counter spells with its activation, not great. This does seem, now that I'm looking at it, as I was putting this together, it does seem like Kinnan is kind of doing the same thing, but just vastly better. Kind of sad. I know Golos can hit 2 explosive spells, but like ideally, you know, your first explosive spell is so fast that you just win with it. Whereas this like has a little bit of setup time. But it does, I guess, give you more resilience because you can survive like Fatal Push, let's say, hitting Kanan and feeling like you've lost or something. But I don't know. Kinnan is very fast, and this seems like the same thing, just a bit slower, but Golos is still cool, so we shall see. It has been a minute since I've played it and played against it. It's actually been a very long time since I've played it myself. Alright, we're both doing the same thing, except they might be way more dedicated to doing their thing, and they might have a bunch of lightning bolts. But we'll see. Okay, they're not. They're just Ralph and Mikey in a highly random setting. gamble. Mana dorks in this is a bit antithetical. I don't have to do this next turn. I'd rather do it the turn I cast this so my opponent isn't expecting it. Oh, creatures you control have haste? Okay. I guess, yeah, why not? Get in there. Get in there, Hierarchy. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Alright, they know Golos is showing up next turn. Obligated to Lightning Bolt. Doesn't have it. I really have no idea what this Ralph and Mikey's going to do with Fetchlands. I don't know. I guess we can just be smooth brain and just play this land. These other two lands might impact the game in some other arbitrary way. Later, let's get that. Let's grab, I think, the World Tree. Hold on, I gotta look now, which is kind of sad. White, red, blue, black, green. Okay, I can grab Ancient Tomb. Anzrag with haste. Oh yeah. Opponent is playing like the most honest thing ever. I like it. Alright, come on, Golos. There's 25 win the game spells. See, this is where like life is pain. Maybe I shouldn't have played that fetch land actually. Stop here. I have to cast this now. What do I put on top? I can smack my opponent for almost lethal if I grab sneak attack, but I think I'd rather just portal and ask my opponent, can you do anything about it? I can't block Anzrag. Well, at least they can't copy Anzrag. My opponent has Arid Archway, well. Alright, come on. Give me another good card, please. Thank you. I'm going to wipe out the haste. And then I'm going to play... Alright, yeah, they're over it. That was close. I mean, my first spin was a complete whiff. First spin was a whiff. It did give me a spell to set up for the second one, though. But almost died. This is kind of unblockable. But to be fair, I could have traded. I could have genuinely traded with this and not got this low. And maybe that would have been right. But I didn't, so... Golos dodging spot removal. More spot removal in Kinnan isn't too important. No, not really, I guess. It's also sometimes not a good idea to kill Golos because they get more lands. Lavinia is an answer to things like Golos, but that's kind of it. Can't cast non-creature spells with greater mana value whenever a player casts a spell if no mana was spent to cast it. Yeah, it stops Golos specifically. So this is like an answer to, I guess, Golos, but I don't really know. It doesn't stop the better version of Golos. It also doesn't stop me from just casting my spells anyways. Let's grab this thing. Let's play some more lands because that's what our deck does. Like, if you have to counter Golos, even if you have Lavinia in play, I think that goes to show that Lavinia is probably not an answer to Golos. Yep. By all means, as long as it's not mana drain, you can counter this all day. Consigned to memory? That's very odd, but all right. That's definitely a bit strange. Consigned to memory. All right. That does annoy my opponent in possibly some impactful way, but I think I'm more vested in just playing more lands. So, yeah, alright, well. So far, Lavinia hasn't mattered. Yeah, I think this just goes to show that, like, Lavinia is not an answer to Golos, because they're just not even trying to, ignore Golos' activation. Demonic Tutor. Interesting. Let's see if we can't harass land tax. Demonic Tutor, how much mana do I have? 9? So, I don't have an uncounterable, like, haha thing. I can make life difficult for them if I grab, like, Uro? Maybe that's too honest. I don't like putting a giant spell in my hand, so I guess it is just Uro. I just don't like putting a spell in my hand. It's funny because I don't think my opponent wants to cast Time Twister if they find it, like, ever. So, Uro? And then Tooth and Nail. No, that doesn't make sense. I guess I just pass. Well, they got land tax, so we're gonna start playing lands. They just shuffled away the card they scryed on top. I don't know if you have to do that. Didn't seem like it was necessary. Can't draw them more than one card a turn. Okay, so Uro doesn't trigger anymore. It just gains 3 life. It also kills them in 3 attacks. Golos cannot find a land. Still don't want to play with it. Play against it. How many basics do they play? guess I trade with Solitude at this point. Alright, they're finally out of basic lands. I guess. They do swing with it. Probably right to just block. Yeah, Golos doesn't have an ability. It's just a 3/5. Like, full stop, all it is a 3/5, so... Kind of strange. They also can't just deal with everything. I mean, I'm gonna cast it again. And it just sits there. Like, it doesn't do anything. Except be a 3/5. But hey, they're at a low life total. Only have 2 cards in their hand. Make that 1. There isn't another Surveil land. There wasn't even another fetchable target for the fetch land, apparently. Which I guess doesn't really surprise me. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep doing this to you. Yeah, I can cast this. If they drew a counter spell, I don't lose. Yeah, they didn't. Let's grab something that leaves something behind, maybe. Like Primeval Titan. Yeah, Primeval Titan just leaves behind something that is currently relevant still. Alright. They stopped Golos from doing anything, but still vomited all of their removal into Golos. This specifically, I feel, the only reason you would ever play this is to stop Golos specifically. I mean, it does technically end the Force of Will days kind of thing, but you can Force of Will in days Lavinia itself anyways. It's only opponents. But yeah, I don't know. It's like they didn't read their own commander, or to be honest with you, letting Golos resolve, I still get something kind of important like Cavern of Souls or Ancient Tomb, and I can still find more mana. I do have Field of the Dead in here as well, actually. So I could have gone in that direction too. I just don't know. There's too many problems, and your commander isn't drawing cards, and I'm just going to keep presenting problems till you run out of gas. Like, I literally played into every single spell they had the entire game, and still won. Right? So, I don't know. GG. Interesting commander choice. I feel like maybe Thalia's more up that. Well, then you can't play the blue cards. I don't know. Getting upset at the counter spells? I mean, I'll let them send them. I don't know why we're getting upset when my opponent's putting themselves in a losing position with countering my Golos all the time. This is a good thing for me. I don't think we should be upset. My opponent's putting me in a winning position every time they cast a counter spell. Like, I'm pulling ahead in that scenario, not my opponent. This hand is awful. And there's no reliable way to expect this to work, especially without a ramp spell, so... That's really annoying. This is less awful. I could have Vampiric Tutored Farseek, but that seems whimsical. Alright, I lost Vampiric Tutor anyways. Tragic. You have to take Vampiric Tutor, it's not even close. Okay, my opponent does see that wisely. I guess when I'm losing, a wall of counterspells feels bad, but I don't feel that normally. So blue and white, at the very least. And do I play No, I don't do that. So I need, I think it's 6 lands with the thing. I don't care. Again, this is another glorious thing about Golos. I don't care if they kill it. I guess the first time I'll get, because they can kill it, I'll get a... Well, I have another land, actually. Maybe I don't even have to do that. Maybe I can just get the World Tree. I gotta read it. I gotta read the stupid thing. Is it 6? It is. I have a land in my hand. I can cast Golos again next turn, and the turn after that. So, they can't deal with it forever. Another game where, like, if they kill it 5 turns in a row, we're just kind of, like, chilling. I wonder if I'm supposed to Meteor Golem this. Okay, now I can just immediately lose next turn. Yep. I don't think there's a single card in my deck that helps me if I were to put it on top right now, so let's play land, and I don't think Meteor Golem does anything anymore. So, yep. Let's grab field. But I think I'm dead. Opponent found an over-the-top vomit a win with early infinite tokens. So, let's be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't put Expropriate on top, but again, I think I'm just dead, so it doesn't matter. If I'm not dead right now, I'll be dead next turn. Okay, so we're just dead next turn. That was probably the only thing that made me not be dead right now. So, that's huge. This is a 7? No, this is an 8. So I can't kill it, but I can kill everything else. The disrespect. Alright, so I do it for 3. -3. Now Craterhoof doesn't kill me. Which was the entire point of doing that. Still dead to Craterhoof next turn, though. Oh, if they go here, am I still dead to it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Another one of the best cards in their deck. Well, probably the generically best card in their deck. Ooh, they said money. Let's grab Grist. No, I think I'd rather grab this, so then I can kill Grist. Sire of 7 Spaghettis. I don't know. What do I assume my opponent has grabbed with that Demonic Tutor? Oh. Okay. Let's, play Golos again? No, I'd rather just play this, actually. I am 100% convinced this is Crater of Behemoth. 100%. They're playing this just because it's a creature. This is the glory of Golos. You could just cast it every turn. They don't even trade. I think my opponent's aware they just need a creature count to win this game at this point. Yeah. I don't think I get to see the card because it's not like Manifest or whatever, but it's 100% Crater Hoof. My opponent had like a board state that would make it be Crater Hoof. Oh, we thrashed a brony. Love it. Added bonus. That was just a gnarly top deck there. Yeah, that was it. We got him. Get Schmied. You just don't care when they kill Golos, man. You just don't care. Oh, beautiful. It just ramps me for the other things in my hand. I'm not going to play Keenan today. No. I'll probably play Keenan when I get to Diamond again or something. I don't know. Maybe earlier. I haven't show intel early ever, but I don't have any blue mana. Tragic. Well. So it's force the negation, pack the negation. Hey, a blue source. All right, I don't care. Gamble. We're here to gamble. It's a gambling stream. All right, what's the damage? One ring? Okay, that's fine. Let's get Ancient Tomb and Cavernous Souls. Naming Scout. They also have to deal with Primeval Titan, like right now. Oh, come on! Come on, dude! Come on! Ah, gotta be kidding me. Come on, man. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever. That's just ridiculous. That's like the only card ever, other than a Frogify. Come on. Gotta be kidding me. It's comical. Whatever. Stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. I'm upset. I'm so upset. Alright. Do I have World Free and play already? I do. So let's grab random fetch land for the Field of the Dead. They have to trade. They don't trade? I feel like you have to trade because I have a problem in the form of zombies and you just don't. Let's grab... I can grab Boseiju and then pick it up with Arid Archway later. No, I don't have Arid Archway in my deck. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Let's just grab another fetch land. And assume that they're good enough. Wait, why can I cast this? Oh, right. You can sack your Primeval Titan, because that makes sense. Yeah. Well, that already tapped for blue. They didn't have to tap it with Urza. That looked kind of funny. Are we swinging with the Titan and leaving me with the only Titan? I feel like Titan is better for my opponent than me, so not quick to give it up. But if you don't swing with it, it doesn't do anything. Actually, just insane that they hit this there. It's crazy. Well, I was good. Now I'm not good anymore. I'll answer that question at the end of this game. I'm gonna post-combat Golos activation. Actually, maybe I don't. Oh, they have something here. Not quite sure if that answers Golos, but my opponent did more math than me. I could swing with the Titan anyways, and maybe I'm supposed to. Alright, it was good enough. That's actually super annoying. I think I can play Avacyn's Pilgrim. I'm always swinging. This is no longer doing anything, so... I can get Library for the off chance that it matters, which I'm telling you right now it's not going to. And let's just hope we don't lose. Which is probably impossible, because my opponent stole Primeval Titan, and now I probably just lose here. I think I am dead on board. That is not me being dead on board, but it's critical mass, I guess. Okay, I didn't die. I did not die. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. Every player has Arid Archway. This is weird. Arid Archway is just everywhere. You would not expect that. I did not expect that. Counter Emery? Or get rid of Emery, I think. No, we can get rid of Urza. I think I'm gonna fetch this time. I probably should have done it the first time too. Oh, never mind. I don't have untapped lands. I can't easily do that at all. All right. Witch Enchanter. Okay, that's another really good one. Let's blow up one of these lands. Yep. Guess it's not as good as I thought it was. And I'm all in. I won't cast this, though. Alright. It's still in a spot where I could just die. I didn't die last turn, where I think I probably should have, so maybe I don't this time. Cyclonic Rift? Oh, they didn't cast it. Perfect answer for Defense of the Heart. Go figure. So I'm dead next turn to Painter Servant. Draw nothing. Spin something? Cityscape Logger. Let's blow up the Grindstone so I don't lose the game to it. Oh, they have Emery anyways. Maybe I was supposed to kill Urza. I mean, that wouldn't save me from just dying. Okay, there we go. We actually did it. We actually did it. We hit it. Opponent spins into nothing. Let's blow up the Arid Archway. I do not at all care about... Alright, we did it. We actually did it. My opponent had a lot of opportunities to win this. I feel as though if they ever tutored for Paradox Engine, I would have lost. They had the One Ring and Urza, so they like infinite mana. But I guess maybe they don't have it in their deck. They had the Grindstone combo, but that was it. But yeah, that Phantasmal Image, man. Oh, that would have been such a painful way to lose this. Phantasmal Image was just like the best thing my opponent... The best thing my opponent did this game was copy a green card. What a surprise. But we got there anyways. The last Golos hit was actually good enough. Even if they have, I don't even know what, Pact Negation. It's just, they can't... They can... If they survived with like countering this... Oh no, because I can kill Ugin, actually, with my 2/2s. Alright, so it's actually not a way to, like, plus take an extra turn and then minus 11. Sweet. Cool game. Scary game. Well, when Golos whiffs, it feels not good at all. Does not feel good. Well, Feel the Dead did something. It blocked 14/14s. Oh no, it's another brony. Playing a cool commander, though. I'll give him that. I don't think I want this hand for a lot of reasons. This hand technically works. Yeah, that works. Let's put back that thing. Unless I think I'm not gonna try to play or draw into Ugin's Labyrinth. It's good because of the words on it. That's it. It's good because it bounces a land and taps for 2. That's what was good. That was good to know. Let's grab Sultai? Nope, that's stupid. I need white, blue, red. So let's get 2 of them here. Well, they have probably the best card on turn 1 in their entire deck, but I can't say I'm terribly scared of this card. Then they had the best answer for the thing that they otherwise could not answer. So that's super... They didn't take it! What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Well, yep. What can you do? You're mono black. What's... Okay, you can heist an answer. Okay. All right. Maybe something's there. Oh, you're asking me why it's good. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said it was good because of the words on it. Never mind. I thought I misunderstood. I misunderstood. Yeah. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised I see it being played up here in like ranked sweaty stuff. How did they not take this? Opponent, I'm sorry. I don't know why you didn't take this card. I can mess around and grab silly stuff. Yeah, let's just grab funny cards. I'm not gonna like... Let's just grab funny cards. Okay, yeah. How do you not take that? How do you not take the... like, I understand I have a removal spell for your commander, but, like, you just lose to defense. Like, I feel as if you have this opener, you should exploit it more, right? Like, you had probably one of the best openers you could ever have in this deck, and you kind of just threw it on a I don't want my commander to die kind of logic, and that's just not... That's not going to work out for you. Tragic. Huh. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't read it, or like they saw a big wall of text and they're like, but this kills my commander, so I'll get rid of that card. If they took this, we have a game still. I kill their commander, it might take 10. Actually, you know what? They can play their commander next turn. They have enough mana to just play it next turn. They actually stole a ramp spell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they felt so concerned about. Cool commander, though. I like this commander. Even if a brony is the one playing it. Never played against that commander before. I thought about Aerodark Way just to pick up Boseiju and stuff when Golos inevitably finds that kind of thing. There is also burgeoning and exploration that like Aerodark Way, so you can pick it up and bounce it and stuff. It isn't a colored one, unfortunately. But we could absolutely put this in the deck, and I think I'm taking out Library of Alexandria. I think it's actually just impossible to draw a card on it, except maybe on the draw turn 1, and that seems really bad. So I'm gonna take out Library. We can do the Aerodark Way thing with extra land drops, and if you don't actually have a land to play, Golos will... You can find Aerodark Way and immediately play it. So, like, there's a ton of reasons why something like Golos would like it, but I don't really know about stuff like Grist. I don't know why Grist is playing it. Alright, aggro is not ideal. It's a hand that can cast Golos, right? I have green. I can go Golos, whatchamacallit, into... Whatchamacallit? Of course, they're on the play, as every aggro deck needs. Ragavan? Oh. Let's play this one, I guess. Yeah, the channel lands, resetting Cavern on a different creature type. What else? Is it me, or do the aggro decks have Voice of Victory, like, on turn 2 so often? I doubt they well, they didn't mulligan. They didn't mulligan. You didn't cast... What are you doing? Oh, Drannith Magistrate. Alright, so they had the answer for my commander, and now the game's probably over. Alright, well. I needed my commander to get a land. Now I don't have that option. Yeah, this game is probably over. I can bounce the Drannith... Oh, I can bounce it on their ends. That's just whimsical, but I guess I can Otawara this. Especially if they cast their commander first. Whenever you attack with one or more non-gnome creatures, they can't recast Drannith Magistrate. I think I'll still end step it. Drannith Magistrate does stop my... Okay, I really don't think I should give my opponent a single inch here. I need a green and a red, so I guess this thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna play around Chrome Mox. This just saves me a damage. Still can't activate Golos, but I can get the land, which might not even be good enough. Huh. Maybe that's just not good enough. Don't have Mana Tithe. Come on, dude. Whatever. Alright. Yep, whatever. Could have shocked myself. I'm not playing around Mana Tithe. Okay, dude. You got it. Must be nice. Must be nice. Perfect opener from the red-white aggro deck, as is tradition. On the play, too. If I was on the play, I think we just win. It's kind of annoying when games fall down to that, like play versus draw is so obscenely important, but I feel like that is kind of the case with aggro. Aggro is kind of at a disadvantage, though, to be fair. Aggro has to have a lot of things line up for it, in my opinion. And they got rid of all the, like, exceptionally egregious aggro decks, like Ragavan and Ajani. Oh, please Force of Will this. Oh. Dang it. Please do not Lightning Bolt it. Cameo? Okay. I could try to show and tell. It seems... Ooh, Visions from Beyond. I am a fan of that. Let's get black and green. And we can just gamble. We gambled last time. We know of a counter spell, though, if it's like Force of Will. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Bubble tea. Oh, not quite what I expected. Don't you dare have an unsummon. Okay, good. Sweet. We just blow up another Mana Source here, and then probably don't attack, so I can kill the goblin in combat, even though they get a treasure anyways. Sweet. Look at that. Look at that. If this didn't work, we were probably going to lose. How many lands are in here? Every time I see Grazer and Kami, I'm like, why are they here? It's getting annoying. Maybe I'm supposed to turn them into lands. No, that's not true. What I need to do is have more lands in here. Maybe Earl can just be a land. What else can be a land? Swords can just be a land, actually. I can run the Mardu try. No, that's stupid. Which one would it be? What's the non-green one? Esper? Triumph? Again, it's been completely unnecessary to worry about the colors of my deck, so maybe it's irrelevant. I think I want even more lands than I have, even though I just added more. World Spine Worm is goofy. Very goofy. It's pretty easily answered, too, without leaving behind 5/5s. So that could just be another land. Also doesn't go away to Ugin's Labyrinth. Show and tell is $17. That's not too bad. Didn't it used to be like 200? I mean, it's a legacy deck. It's been a legacy deck for like 15 years. Maybe Sylvan Library doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm ignoring this kind of effect in this deck. And I'm just trying to cast ramp spells and do the Golos thing. Yeah, maybe that's just unnecessary. At this point, I can add an off-color Triome instead, actually. Huh. There's a destructible version of that card. Where's the indestructible one? How come it doesn't show me Cascading Cataracts? But it shows me that one. We could send a message, play Frontier Bivouac instead of Savai. Or no, Rafine's Tower, not Savai. I want the... Rafine is a Esper one, right? Where's Rafine's Tower? Why is it over here? That's not alphabetical. All right. How many lands am I running? 45 plus anywhere from 3 to 5 MDFCs, so like 48 to 50, something like that. I don't know. Oh boy. This is a matchup where maybe crop rotation is a good idea. See, this is the kind of hand we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Alright. We have an uphill battle, though, regardless. I am on the play, but Katara can very easily not care about that. Okay, fortunately I didn't have a 3, so... Let's play land. Little did my opponent know that didn't do much, but that's not the point of doing it. You have to play Katara, yeah. I'm not gonna get Uro. Now we're just losing. Because I can't, like... Yeah, I'm not sure how to get around all of this, nonsense my opponent's gonna do here. Except Otawara, their commander, and maybe make it very difficult to cast it later. I need Cavernous Souls. Like, my opponent got to the position Katara always wants to be in, and I haven't done anything that matters. So, alright, we're just looking for Otawara on my opponent's end step and try to overload them. I don't think I bounce it now. I mean, most times this game is already over. Oh, I didn't block. Yeah, like it matters. Most scenarios would say this game is over already. You also have a protection spell? Of course you do. I don't have an uncounterable threat. I could just randomly grab Uro and call it a day. But Uro is not going to solve this. So I think this game's just over. Yeah, like they're winning by so much, they can just counter Uro and just not even care about it. I can Sylvan Tutor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no uncounterable threat in here, I just don't have it. There's just nothing. There's literally just nothing. A random... Nope, that's just so unreliable. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright, let's not beat around the bush here. I'll just grab the thing that could potentially make me uncounterable. I don't know. My outs are whimsical. Stifle? Nope. Just unsummon spam. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. This is not a legendary. Golos can't activate, and they could just simply stifle it. Do we have a... What is going on here? I refuse to believe a guitar player just can't deal with an Uro. That seems, that it doesn't make sense to me. What? Well, this is why you play. This is why you don't concede. I don't... Okay. This is also a hand where you probably wouldn't want to counter Uro if that was all you could do. Okay, I'm gonna swing with Uro. I'm gonna play an uncounterable Golos. I'm probably gonna put Golos on in the group. I'm not putting it on the top. I'm just gonna put, yeah, put it as a commander. Let's play Exploration, I guess. Okay, well. Okay. Have we seen... No, we haven't. Okay, they thought long and hard about that, and I don't know why. I guess Field of the Dead is the option here. It makes swinging with Katara now difficult. It's still something you probably will do always, but it's just more difficult. Okay. I have way more in play than I feel like I should, but it's still not looking great. They have to win the game if they tap out like this, so I'm not sure what the idea is. Other than an extra turn spell or something. Suppose I'll chump with the Grazer at this point. I've taken like 4 extra damage from a Katara, but I don't. It doesn't matter. 14, 50, 60, 17. Yep, Cyclonic Rift. Not Cyclonic Rift. 18. No, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, dead. I know I took extra damage, and now that's lethal. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Doesn't matter. Alright. Still way closer than I feel like it had any business being. Way closer than it should have been. I don't know why they countered Uro on the front side if that was all they could do. That doesn't make sense. I also could have just not attacked with it once and maybe killed Katara a second time, which would have probably wound up being better, but they had 15 bounce spells. Yeah, there's no winning that. There's no winning that. Alright, we have one game plan, and it's in my hand. I guess I'll play the unkillable one. If I ever draw something, this is good. A random land in your library becomes a basic. Alright, you got it. Emrakul. Sneak attack? Nope. I already played a land. I thought I didn't play a land. I thought I could play Molt Tender. Well. Draw a totally useless card. Here's the part where the game's probably over, but I'm gonna just make them show me. It's every basic land type? No, specifically basic island. Alright. Alright, I'm over it. Another game I was basically at no point ever in. That is another game, and the Katara one, where I think Kinnan is doing the same thing, but just better. My opinion on Golos has not been as high as it used to be. It's not at its all-time high, let's say that. It's not at its all-time high. It's not good against counter spells, and Kinnan is, and that's just a significant difference. You can play all the counter spells you want against Golos. Okay, I have a turn 1 green source, which I basically always need. Let's do Breeding Pool, I guess. I can Vampiric Tutor for Farseek. No, I can't do that on black. I would have needed to. Oh, I actually do have black. I don't think I've played Chrome Mox yet. I've seen it like 10 times though. Maybe that's too whimsical. Maybe that's just whimsical. It's not whimsical if they counter it. Oh, alright. Oh, that's not whimsical at all. Sweet. Let's play you. I can get basic swamp. That is not at all what I expected. But my opponent doesn't know what I was trying to do, so it makes sense. Well, if you run counter spells, then Golos is going to hit them, and you're going to feel really silly. I'm not running counter spells on Golos. Uh-huh. I don't know why they waited to change phases to do that. But I probably do get Farseek now. Look, it's looking important. Uro is maybe the same? Maybe Uro is just good here? Yeah, maybe I should grab Uro. No, they can exile it? No, they can't. Yeah, maybe I do take Uro. But if I don't draw a land, I'm going to feel really bad. I'm going to feel really bad if I don't draw a land. Let's take the Esper one. And I could fetch now to play around Stifle Tails End. I'm going to get rid of Portal to the Nicol Bolas' plus. Yep, they have perfect mana for it on turn 4. Doesn't cast it anyways. Actually just has one card in hand. Interesting. Let's grab you. Alright, let's see if it was wash away, shall we? I have to take Ancient Tomb. I could take Arid Archway and assume it's good enough as well, I guess. I think they have to kill the Golos. Is there a good thing to put on top? Oh, we're going over the top. Uh-oh. Well, that's not what I wanted to see at all. Oh, maybe not. Now I'm a bit confused. I am confused. The disrespect is real. Okay, what do we have a removal spell? This doesn't seem... Oh, come on! Come on, dude! Why? Oh, another reason why Kinnan is just better. Come on, man. Oh, that's so just actually comically stupid to me. Okay, whatever. You got it. You got it. Dak Faden, you gotta be kidding me. So stupid. Another reason Kin is better. There you go. If ever we needed one. Dang. Come on! Who plays these cards? How dare you? Don't play cards that are good against me. If you play cards that are good against me, I'm going to report you. Gonna report you. Can I have like a cheating mana thing that all my opponents have had every game, please? That'd be cool. Just one time. Just one time. That's all I'm asking for. I want to cheat too. Everyone else gets to do it. Let's just play that as a land. I'm not gonna tutor. I should read this. Just colorless. Forest cycling this thing. Okay, that is wild. That is wild. That's a sorcery speed cycle at that, too. is next level. Yeah, it's not Rofellos. I would have already lost. Nothing on turn 3! Opponent, what is going on over there? What is going on? Are you okay? Who hurt you? Or rather, who hasn't hurt you yet that's letting you do this? Oh, please kill this. Arshui's Charm or something? Yep, okay. Oh boy, this is spicy. Let's get Ancient Tomb. I don't think I'm in a rush. I could still die here. Let's not be like, let's not play with our food type situation. My opponent could just vomit 15 things next turn and I could explode. Let's play you and grab, I can grab Arid Archway now. No, I can just get the World Tree actually. Yeah, I have a land anyways. Oh, I can get Field of the Dead actually. Yeah, because I have Portal, I'll get Field of the Dead. If I didn't have this, I'd probably get the World Tree. Okay, yeah, alright, okay. Oh no, you can't swing now. You can't swing. I'm gonna, no, opponent. Oh no, opponent. Oh no. You know what? I'm gonna give my opponent the edge. I'm gonna decline this. I'm gonna decline it. I'm gonna decline it. If my opponent can kill the portal, we're gonna play without Golos and give my opponent the opportunity to get out of this. Alright, Golos is in the graveyard, opponent. I gave you the opportunity. Can you naturalize portal? Oh, they can't. Super tragic. Sorry, opponent. This is not the format where you can do what you're trying to do. Pick up the Witch Enchanter, I guess? Play this on Clown? No, that's messed up. Alright, that's not fair. Let's, cycle this, I guess. Well, that's good. I do actually need colored mana now. I've messed around too much. Blue, red, green, white. Blue, red, green, white. I need another thing. Do I have an Enlightened Tutor target, even without Golos? Oh, they had one. I mean, it's a little too late, but they actually almost legit had it. Okay. Primeval Titan, sure. Well, that doesn't do it on its own. Is it just getting 2 forests? It is tragic. Do we swing? Has my opponent learned their lesson? Nope. I guess I'll do that. They do kill that instead of the zombie. Action. Literally anything because it doesn't matter. I'm okay with playing this as a land. The psychic damage of naming Clown would be immense. No, that'd be messed up though. You can only name Clown against like Katara. So many naturalizes. Naturalize is good. Don't get me wrong. It is a good thing to be doing. Don't you have to block the 8/8? Or would they have died anyways? No, they would have went to 1. It does have trample. I guess they were just over it. Yeah, I mean, it's still mono green, but the downside of whatever my opponent was doing here, I know I was making fun of him too much, is when you do this thing, like you can do this, you just need something to do in turn 1 and 2. My opponent didn't. Like, no mana dork, no rampant growth, or other turn 2 mana dork like Fanatic of Rhonas. Like, if they had Fanatic of Rhonas on turn 2, this would be just a lot faster. Because as it stands, it just isn't quite getting there. Also, these are pretty crazy. Some of these are pretty crazy. This one at least got different text on it. Wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute. This exists? Naturalize can now just put it counter and indestructible on a creature? This is just naturalize, right? It's an instant. Destroy target. Wow. That's sad. Well, there are so many cards that are better than Naturalize, I know, but... Oh, I hate to see it. Poor Naturalize. Just getting hosed, like my opponent's deck. What was that? I saw a little purple thing. I saw a purple thing in my chat box. What's this? Oh, I got sent a high five. Alright. Huge. Huge. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea what a jewel is. Sure. This is the... No, this is the honest one. Okay. Oh, come on, game. What are you doing? Really? What are you doing? Oh, wait a minute. I have this. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, but if they have a counter spell, let's see. Okay, that just worked. You can put in any dragon. I don't care. Come on. Come on. Yes. 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 Oh, wait, is that a dragon? That's not a dragon. No, I'm talking dragon. What? It's not a dragon. Okay, well, I mean, it's still cool. It's got a cool cycling ability thing. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything in the game for 3 mana that stops Emrakul, so... At least in a teamer deck. I'm not even going to block. If they go Giant Growth, Invigorate, Berserk, I can die. I mean, yeah, alright, it's just... It's over. It's over, opponent. There you go. Figured it out. They found the button. Found the button. Show and tell Emrakul. We did it. I did it. And with a deck with no counterspell. What did they do early? Nothing? Well, I said it was the honest commander, but that didn't mean it had to have an honest opener. Another game where my opponent kind of just didn't do anything in the first 2 turns, and this is Historic Brawl. Well, it's now a ranked Historic Brawl. You can't do that. You cannot just draw go 2 turns in a row unless you're a very specific kind of thing. But I beat a lot of stuff there other than like a Spell Piercer or something. Counterspell. Like if they had the Mana Dorks, I would probably be fine. Huge. Oh, I got the Happy Poop. Hey, it's Ketramos. Another fairly honest commander. It does mean these are unreliable. But do I keep this anyways? I guess. I mean, this could matter. Do I play a turn 1? There's not a lot of incentive to play a turn 1. But it could make my opponent panic. They did mulligan, so... Okay, they took it anyways. That makes it hilariously easy for me to decide what to do. Oh, Thoughtseize Bug. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Why didn't they exile anything? Green, black. What do I Demonic Tutor for? Flare of Cultivation? Rant spells, I mean, I know it feels weird to get one, but that's the name of the game here. That's the stage of the game we're in, and that is important. This will not trigger. They can also blow it up. I can grab Uro, but then it's gone forever. Yeah, we'll just grab this. I feel like that makes the most sense. Hopefully there's not another discard spell. Hopefully. Okay, there's not even another land. My opponent kept this. They mulliganed probably for a discard spell, and it did hit, but... Oh, is this Reprieve? Don't be Reprieve. Okay. If that was Reprieve, I'd be upset. It'd help one draw out of this. They drew out of it. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Whatever. Mana Tithe. Okay, well. Can still play Golos every turn of this game, probably. Kind of a embarrassingly abysmal way to lose this game. But it looks like it's going to happen. Do I grab Ancient Tomb? Kind of like dying. So maybe I just grab Field of the Dead? Instead? They can't flicker my commander, but I mean, it's a deck with 25 to 30 removal spells, so that doesn't really mean anything. And perfect discard for the Nexus. All right. Okay, well, I still feel like this is normally a very easy matchup, but my opponent just had, like, extremely ideal one. All the 1-mana cards beat me. Like this beat me, not what's in play. They just picked apart my hand, and I fell apart. And I can't rely on Golos because it dies every turn to a deck that has literally nothing but removal in it. But I feel like this is a very good matchup for me, normally. Okay. They really went out of their way to Murderous Cut this. I'm not sure. Oh, so Ketramos can swing. All right, whatever. You got it. They also had a way to activate turn on Ketramos there, so must be nice. Still feel like I would choose to play against Ketramos all the way to Mythic if I could. That feels very easy. They just had premium perfect stuff there. I thought the Mana Tithe wasn't that big of a deal, but it wound up being a very big deal. Mainly because they just got out of the mana screw. They literally mulliganed to 6 and then didn't have a land and then just drew, like, ripped everything they needed off the top. Wow, I actually have Chrome Box, but I'm not on the play. Okay. Got it. Pull to 6. What is this? Uh-huh. But wait, there's more. Oh. Just the perfect doubler for your... this is a god tier mulligan 6 so far. I have nothing I can do. Let's get rid of... Fell. White in, I guess, black. If only I had farewell. Do we have the land? Of course we do. Wow. This is like literally a perfect mulligan to 6. 100% perfect. Couldn't ask for a better mulligan to 6. And they hit spark double. And they hit spark double. Okay, you got it. You got it. Why not? You got it. No, I don't have Toxic Deluge in my deck. Could run it. Actually just stupid, whatever. My opponent literally had the perfect mulligan to 6. Like 100% perfect. Like if you could choose 6 cards, you would choose these 6 cards. That was absolutely 100% perfect. And then they randomly hit legendary cheater, so it can... you can keep the remaining ones because they're not legendaries. So like the literally perfect. Like 100% perfect draw. If you have that every game, you play the best deck in the game. No beating that, unless I had Force of Will or something. Which I suppose their strategy was vulnerable to. Yeah, we can run like one sweeper so our tutors can find it, but I don't really know if I would... does Toxic Deluge beat all of that? Is there anything they can do to stop Toxic Deluge? Maybe there isn't. I feel like there is, though. But maybe not. I'm not super excited about playing sweepers in a deck that demands mana dorks. But it's better than losing to that all the time. Uro has felt a little bad, honestly. Some of it's like worldly tutor and stuff. These only feel good after Golos. Well, that's not really Golos' fault. I can take out a Tali. Already doing the Golos thing. I can start shaving some of these, like, funny cards. Well, it would have beat what we saw so far, but that doesn't mean my opponent can't find, like, whatchamacallit? What's the card called? The captain thing that you sack and silence your opponent? I don't know what it's called. Potato of the Watch. Demonic Tutor with no black source. I can't do that. Well, I can easily get rid of this. That's easy. Doesn't look like I have a good Chrome Mox. Unless I just get rid of this, maybe? Could do that, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Depends how everything shakes up. Was I on the play? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, looks like I wasn't. Oh, I was. Just another opponent who's had it. Alright. Alright, alright. I think I'm gonna play Utopia Sprawl and name White. Yeah, Ranger Captain. I feel like this is gonna happen, and playing Burgeoning running out of lands is not an optimal idea. Is that still true? Maybe not. Actually, that was a good draw. Chrome Mox can, of the options available to me, be the one that's just not part of the game. Might be better that way. They got rid of Flare. I wonder why. Oh yes, Mana Drain. Alright, Golos. Golos actually just I don't like Golos. I feel like I'm just losing to things that I would just not be losing to if I was playing Kennen. My opinion of it is just decreasing every game I play. I could just change the deck radically, but it just makes like the Golos part of it less appealing. Like having a deck that isn't as all in on Golos is, I guess, fine. But I'm not going to play Mana Drain. Like, I'm not playing counterspells with Golos. I'm just not going to do that. I don't like to do that. I don't agree with that. Do I Worldly Tutor a Minidork? I guess I do? It's a mono red deck. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Yeah, there's good partner decks. I mean, that's a radically different thing. What we're doing, but yeah, I like partner decks. I don't think the value of the second partner is that insane, but it's certainly not bad. Yep. Saw that 1,000 yards away. I'm also running into all of the answers for the things I'm doing early. Like the aggro decks are having it. The red-white aggro is just having it. I'm getting the Manitizer hitting me right. I'm totally dead in the water to counterspell nonsense. There's just like an army of issues here. I don't think I took out Uro. Okay, I didn't. I wasn't sure, actually. I could have played Sylvan Tutor to do this instead, but, well, I didn't. Another thing about this is it's hard to cast the cards out of my hand, where Kennen can, like, cast this. Golos doesn't super reliably do that. Is that Ragavan? Oh, I thought it was Ragavan. It's another 2/2 hasters. Alright, well, surely we get to stabilize against an opponent who's stuck on 2 lands and has a bunch of 2/2s. Let's get Arid Archway, because it's actually solid here. I could have Sylvan Tutored, but I'm just casting this every single time ever. I don't think my opponent can beat it, so they have to, like, stop me right here and now. I think this is lights out. I'm always blocking. Okay. I'm not really sure why they had to think about that. I feel like that is far and away the only thing that matters. I don't know why they had to sit there and ponder that. But they did. Okay. Please no burn spell. There's no way you can deal with this. I refuse to believe you can deal with this. I absolutely refuse. What does Molten Impact do? Okay. It doesn't do it. I block that. Oh, it does because they have I gain 5. Yeah, it does. Alright. Wow. That's actually just insane. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when my opponents just have, like, perfect removal for the 1-drop, killed Golos, and for some reason had to think about this, and then a proliferate shrinking thing in play to shrink my blocker. Like, okay. But you can see what aggro has to do to win. It has to have these, like, obscene hands. It just has to. The things that they're doing just have to line up exceedingly well against you, or they just lose. Like, all it took for me to win that game was one of those things not happening, and I probably just win. And they have to deal with every single thing I did. And they did it on 2 lands, believe it or not. When aggro does that, it looks really good. But again, you have to have all of it line up, or you're not doing any of that. You're not doing any of that if it doesn't line up. Yeah, this is the same as them just not casting a ramp spell, so suppose I'll take that. Yeah, I personally do not like aggro in Historic Brawl, because I feel like you have to gamble for extremely good things all the time. Okay, it's another scenario. My opponent just did that instead of casting a ramp spell, so they're just keeping us equal. But my commander costs 5 and your costs 7, so don't play Explosive Vegetation. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Another game, man. Another game. I don't know what to tell you. That was probably one of the best draws ever, and might turn it around. Probably one of the best draws possible, actually. Might turn it around. Unless I take 14 twice, then it obviously will not do that. Yep. Another game. Oh, and they have Worldly Tutor to set up Emrakul. Yeah, of course they do. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Why not? You got it. You got it. I didn't draw a second threat, which could have potentially won me the game. Still could have won that. If I hit a second giant creature off the top, I could have won. With, like, an Emrakul of my own or something. Alright. You got it. You got it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Well, eventually people will stop having the perfect sequence of cards against me. It will happen. This is a singleton 100 card format. I can't expect double removal spell into Worldly Tutor Emrakul. On average, that is absolutely above average. I don't have a good show and tell here. Actually, I have a very questionable show and tell. One have thought long and hard about their first land. That does set up an egregious show and tell, and I think I will attempt to do that. Unfortunately, it's very telegraphed, but, I mean, what am I going to do? Not do it? Sure, let's see if there's interaction. No. So, I am 100% doing this. I don't care about Damnation. If you have Sheoldred's Edict, I'm uninstalling Magic Arena. Yeah, I'm not familiar at all with this commander, so maybe we can get something going with exploration. Whew. That's just the psychic damage is actually just compounding. I need to just play chess. I need to stop playing this. At least when I play chess, I know it's my fault I lost. A chess streamer now. Get used to it. Gah. It's the same as playing it as a land, so we shall do that. Can I Enlighten Tutor in a Mana Source? I don't think I can. There's no Mana Rock except Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox actually does do it. Hold on, maybe Chrome Mox is good here. Maybe Chrome Mox is fine. Yeah, maybe that's just the right thing to do, actually. Yeah. Right? I could just do this and not lose. No. Oh, no. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. All right. This is on me. I can't get mad at that one. I need red. Yeah, that was on me. My bad. I just literally misclicked through the roof there. That's my bad. Now I'm just subconsciously giving my opponent edges. I mean, even Kami would have been fine because I could play both forests at the same time. Looks like we're still fine, though. I didn't just throw the game. This is potentially relevant. If I Chrome Moxed it, I would not have access to it, so the game will now be different. I was going to Chrome Mox Golos. You trophied a draft? Nice. I played the Strixhaven draft with the blue 1-0 or the blue 0-3 flyer that mills. But we played in a multiplayer setting where I couldn't just mill one person, so it ended up being really bad. But I did mill people for like 15. It was getting there on its own. What did my opponent do? I wasn't paying attention. They just got a random lesson. Let's grab the World Tree? Do I need the World Tree right now? I should check, unfortunately. Green, white, red, blue, black. I do not need the World Tree, so we can mess around with a different land. Something that makes it uncounterable is nice. I don't think Field of the Dead matters, so I'll just make Golos uncounterable. Well, when I figure it out. Okay, I figured it out. And pass. That way, if it dies, it can't get countered, and they also can't play to the board because I now accidentally have Defense of the Heart in play. It's been like, what, 7 games since I've actually spun Golos? Yeah, this is just not it. This Golos list isn't it, I'll say that. It doesn't fly? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Might be the same thing. Hedron grabbing people is just funny. Alright, so they're going to copy spam this. This is the greediest thing possible. And then they can keep copying it and get other paradigms, I guess. This is obscenely greedy. They're still taking their time. I don't know why they're contemplating this for so long. I don't know what, like, there is to think about. Do you get to choose of the 5? Or do you only have an option of 3? I feel like they should have just snapped off the red one to start. So maybe you only get to choose 3. I've never played this card. I don't know. Well, that was good. They should block. I shouldn't have actually even have smung because of Defense of the Heart. And my opponent figured it out. Look at him go. Oh, hey, look. Probably the best 3 things in the universe. Only needed one of them, though. Kind of a downside of Golos. You just don't really need all of them. Wow, this is another issue that happens when you spin Golos. Like, you want a dense amount of threats in your deck, but you really only need, like, one of them, quote-unquote, to really win the game. I, like, didn't need Portal here. It feels good, but you're just looking for, like, silver bullets, not, like, critical mass. Unless a game is, like, in some preposterous board state or something, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna play Golos anymore. I'm over it. I'm gonna play one game of Kinnan, and then I'm gonna be done. Or rather, I'm gonna play Kinnan until I win. Who knows when that is? I misclicked. I think we could have had a better... We could have done what we did. I think it turned faster if I didn't misclick the Enlightened Tutor. Yasharn is always a strange commander. Very strange. Never been a fan of it. This doesn't have a lot of mana in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't have a lot of mana at all, actually. You can go... I could actually just get rid of a land here. Yeah. Okay. Solitude. Looks like Solitude. I don't know what else it could be. Yep, Solitude. Doesn't cast it. Wise beyond their years. Still doesn't cast it. So how do I exploit that? Tap this, tap that. No, I can't. So we just do this because it's got haste. And then I just play this. Oh, the way I tapped means I can't. Yeah, all right. I'm still doing this. The way I tapped is wrong. I tapped wrong. I tapped wrong. That's so annoying. Well, can't do anything about it. My decision of what to do changed in the middle of the turn. Skrelv? What? Let's play... If I play Kitten now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. Actually, yeah, that was like unbelievably bad. All right, well, there's literally nothing I can do about it, so. Let's, swing. Okay, now I'm confused. The priority just went out the window. There was no solitude there. This can get Meteor Sword. It gets Umezawa's Jitte. Holy moly. What does this do? Creatures you control, you want to pick as well. Alright, so I can just hit the guarantee roll off of this card, and I think I will do that. Instead of just spinning it into poop. Alright, do you have a sweeper? Umezawa's Jitte is next level crazy. Search your library for basic forest or plains, reveal those cards, put them in. What's the other thing it does? Can't pay life or sack permanents. Okay. They should flicker Stoneforge for Meteor Sword. I just assume my opponent has Meteor Sword constantly, I know. It turns off the Boromir sack. Players can't pay life for sack non-land per... Oh, it's not just your opponents. Tragic. Also, I drew a really good card. Do I swing? Yeah, my opponent's at 16. Yeah, I think so. They have Ancient too. Certainly not free. They got Kaldra. Wow. Okay. They can't pay life for Skrelv, you know. Look, Yasharn players are weird already, so my opponent probably knows something I don't about Magic. Let's have faith that they know what's going on. That is a bit odd, though, I guess. No Meteor Sword. No Meteor Sword. I mean, this does stop me from smacking them, to be fair. They are dying. Meteor Sword doesn't stop Vaultborn Tyrant or Kinnan. So I guess it is that. Umezawa's Jitte is insane. That is just absolutely insane. You're swinging into Kinnan? Yep. We'll go to combat first. Alright, opponent swinging into Kinnan. You got it. Okay. I'm gonna blow up that. That way if you sack Boromir... Oh, it doesn't matter what I target because they sack Boromir. Wait, it's only creatures though. Creatures, yeah. So targeting the Jitte is correct because if I target anything else, they sack the Boromir. If they don't... Wait, let me think. If I targeted this... Wait a minute, they could have swung with Kaldra. Well, that's probably not a good idea, actually. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Umezawa's Jitte is not a card. Like, this is not a real card. So, I think it just got unbanned in Modern, too, which is cool. Probably tripled in price because of that. Like, some 55-year-old dads want to play Umezawa's Jitte in their Modern decks. But it's well past its heyday. Even in a spot like this, where it can kill two of my things, it's still just not fast enough. Cards like this exist, and this is just not. This is wild. I like Umezawa Jitte, don't get me wrong. It was also my opponent's first choice. They did not grab Kaldra with the first Stoneforge. Actually, they just didn't activate Stoneforge a single time. They hard cast this Jitte. I don't know. We all saw it. How come I can't have opponents like that when I was playing Golos? Where are the Golos players? Like, where are the Golos? What's going on? No, Jitte is not still good. I'm sorry. I know it's a tough pill for people to swallow, especially when you're, you know, you can, if your kids are old enough to drink, it's very difficult to appreciate. To accept it. Umezawa Jitte is not a good card. You should not play it. You should not play it in Historic Brawl. You should not. It would not see play in Standard. It doesn't see play in Modern, even though it got unbanned. Don't play it. It was a legacy powerhouse 15 years ago. We must move on. I still like it personally. I think it's a cool card, but no, it's not. It's not doing anything. Maybe it does something at your local kitchen table or something. I say this as an avid Umezawa Jitte enjoyer. It's all right in Cloud. I think growing your... I want to play Kinnan again. All right, well, I'm going to play one more game. I can't help myself. One more. I can't help myself. I don't think Jitte is the first top 10 options I'm getting with Cloud. You have to trigger it first for it to do anything. So you have to like swing with a 2/1 and hope it does something. I feel like that's a little bit whimsical. Whereas like you just get Sword of Fire and Ice and have protection from your opponent's entire deck. Seems a little bit more concrete. I've not played against this in ranked. I'm sure it's just a blue-green like pile of crazy stuff. Yeah, I can play that, but I don't have a second blue source. Could I have gotten 2 blue? No, I could not have. Could not have done that. I can play that and not Kinnan. Kinda awkward. Kinda awkward. I guess I'm playing Kinnan. Kinda awkward. Do you have Subtlety? No? Huh? Well, I got a Mind Stone in there. Love to see it. Wait, didn't they? Oh, never mind. I thought they played that turn 1. I got confused. Don't you Frogify. I swear to goodness. Swear to everything holy in the world. Alright, they didn't. Let's play you. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just have it. Oh, I need a blue source. Time to go praying in my deck for an untapped one, which I don't think there is one. No, there isn't. The green fetch lands can't do it. Dang it. I could have actually activated Kinnan there. So close. Alright, well, if that's the case, we just do this then. Am I swinging? Why does 2 damage matter? I don't think 2 damage matters. Mystical Tutor. This has to find, like... I don't know. What costs 3 or down in this deck that's dealing with what I've done in a blue-green deck? You can't find House Meld. Unsummon doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. No, no, Jitte, Umezawa Jitte, you're not gonna play it in Standard. You're not gonna play it in Standard. You have to invest 4 mana into something that doesn't do something unless you've already swung and hit your opponent with what, for the most part, is kind of like a prowess thing. Okay, this is the same as Unsummon. It doesn't quite do it. It's cool to see someone play Rapid Hybridization, and it's even cooler that they feel like they have to grab it. But that ain't the solution to the problem. Not quite. It does slow me down a turn, which is probably just what you have to do, right? Will be it. Could be a counterspell behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just play Titan. They did just play something I can kill with Titan as well. I think I'd rather just continuously pose the question of, can you deal with this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Tap you for that. I think we can brainstorm. No, I'd rather brainstorm on the Kinnan turn. Swing. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, they just want to cycle it. That's fair. Almost forgot what it did. I'm so used to the other one. Okay. Opponent accepts their fate to a degree. What does this do? Does it fight? Of course it does. Wait, does it? Nope. We can brainstorm first. Maybe I hit something worth immediately activating into. I kind of did. Instant or sorcery, right? Correct. I should keep this in my hand, because that's where it should be. Let's do this. Let's activate now, so they can't cast an instant or sorcery. Oh, this is so good. No, this stops my opponent from playing the game against me. That is vastly superior. This stops my opponent from playing. Emrakul, they can play around Emrakul and still have game. This makes it harder to do stuff. You can't just play a giant X spell now. They have to throw something in the way first. I could have just windmill slammed Emrakul. It doesn't seem right. Do I have a card in my graveyard? I do. I'm not going to mill. That's right. You read that card. That's right. Now cast your Ponder. Or that, sure. They did it for 0. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but they did. Jin-Gitaxias still has text on it. That did not do anything. Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we just do this, and I think I just pass. There's very little I could hit on my turn right now that feels good. I don't think I have Craterhoof in here. I haven't actually looked at the list. I don't remember. I just sent it. Same problem as last turn. Could have cracked the Mind Stone, actually. That might have been right. That doesn't do anything. But they didn't do it for the max. They did not do it for the max. Even if they got good rolls, I don't really... The gamble part of it's not the concern we have. But they did technically get another 0. Which... Why did they get it? Why? You can generate a random X cost creature? Or was the generated creature a 0? The spell, I mean. Huh. 4 counters on it, taxis combat as an image. Okay. Okay. You got it. It's all fun and dandy. Okay, I didn't hit anything. Tragic. I can go again because Kinnan is gross. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, that's the Molt Tender. Whoops. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, there we go. Easy. Let's kill their commander, right? Does that even matter? I feel like I don't care about their commander at all. But there's nothing better to hit, so I will. Okay, they immediately conceded upon seeing that, but I don't know. I genuinely don't believe whatever was going to happen is fundamentally different because they have 2 less mana, right? The generated spells are completely irrelevant. It's seldom relevant, and like they still have a ton of mana. They can top deck like any giant spell and still cast it. Having 2 less mana is not that crazy. Whereas if you kill Kinnan in this spot, I actually have 1, 2, 5, 6. I have 7 less mana if you kill Kinnan, and you only have 2 less mana when I kill this. But yeah, okay, too easy. You also have to have like Umezawa's Jitte. Umezawa's Jitte only does something if you A, have a creature, equip it, so a 4 mana investment, and then you have to hit your opponent, and then it doesn't do the minus thing unless your opponent has creatures, and it's only -2/-2, and the life gain isn't great, and growing your creature is weird when stuff like Monastery Swiftspear exists, and you could just grow that while also casting other spells at the same time that don't cost, I don't have a 4 mana investment. Every scenario, like aggro combo control, there's no deck for it. There's Meteor Sword now, you know, like there's Jitte could have been unbanned 5 years ago, and it would have been fine. Honestly, they probably could have just never banned it. It would have naturally just drifted out of the meta within the last 12 years. Probably about 8 years ago, I'd say. About 8-ish years ago. I mean, there's Solitude now. You can just Solitude the cards that they get spent all this mana equipping and just and then the equip's gone. Like, equipment is already kind of an uphill battle to do the thing. Like, if it wasn't for Stormforged Mystic, equipment strategies, like an A plus B plus C kind of thing, is just asking a lot, right? Hammer Time is called Scammer Time for a reason. You're doing an equipment strategy, but you have to do that thing fast and egregious. And Jitte just doesn't care about any of that. Jitte wants to play a longer, slower game, and equipment decks kind of just don't want to do that, right? This isn't like 12 years ago where you could hose your legacy elf player with Jitte. But your elf opponent just hosing their board over and over. You can still do that, I guess. I mean, you know, you can live the pipe dream. But all right, I'm gonna stop rambling about Umezawa's Jitte. Again, this is as someone who's a fan of the card. I like it. I think it's cool. I would play it in a charge counter deck, which I think I found out there's a name for charge counter decks. What is it called? Shoot. Well, I found the name and now I forgot it again. I can't remember. There's a term for decks that are like mirror core tapper and that other thing that moves charge counters. And if you have Jitte in play with no creatures and you're moving charge counters on it, it can be like a 2 mana removal turret or a life gain spam. And I think that's actually cool. I have a Jitte in that deck, and Umezawa's Jitte in my charge counter deck. In, you know, now that it's legal, it's really fun. You're just moving charge counters on it over and over, removing them from, like, you know, remove a counter from Urza's Saga so it stays around, and put the counter on Umezawa's Jitte instead, and then like kill your opponent's Linear Elves and be like, haha. But that's just my paper modern meta local thing that's preposterous. But I think it's cool in that way. It's really cool as a charge counter card. But as a equipment, it has been outshined 7 or 8 years ago. Anyways, that had nothing to do with Golos. I don't even know if I'm going to put that in the YouTube video, but so Golos, this kind of Golos, where you want to cast Golos and then you ideally want to spin Golos, or use the lands Golos gives you to cast giant dumb things, didn't feel great at all. I know Golos truthers are probably laughing at some of these options and ideas that I've put in here, but I'm in gold and I just wanted to mess around a little bit and not play like Omega sweaty nonsense until I'm higher in the tier where I just have to do that. So I thought I'd just, mess around. But my opinion of Golos is a lot lower than it used to be. And I guess that's not a surprise. It is really nightmarish, kind of, in multiplayer. But here, your opponents can just sort of answer it very well. And I don't know if grabbing a land every turn is good. If you ever hit counterspell walls, then you're just totally screwed. Whereas something, I'm going to keep comparing it to Kinnan, can very easily play counterspells itself and not just lose to counterspells from the opponent. Golos kind of just gets hosed by counterspells. And removal on your mana dorks is kind of feels bad, whereas, again, Kinnan, you can easily survive a lightning bolt on Llanowar Elves. Here, it sets me like back an entire turn, and that can be very bad. Very bad. I don't like counterspells here because you can spin into them, and that's just kind of upsetting. However, because you really only need to hit one giant nonsensical card, you don't really need to hit like 3. I probably could shave like half of these and just add more permission, like mana drain and stuff. Because if I mana drain my opponent, sure, you might spin into it sometimes, but if you do mana drain your opponent on turn like 2, then you can just play Golos way faster. And I think that probably is outweighing the downside of randomly hitting totally dead cards. Lands are already totally dead, and I have like 47 or 45 with 5 MDFCs or something. So maybe it's just fine. Just play like the 2s, 3s, 4s, and that are more interactive and stuff, and way less of these, and just bank less on trying to actually spin the Golos. Because, again, I don't think just hitting a land every turn and casting it every turn is what Historic Brawl is anymore. You, like, 4 years ago, or was it 4 years ago? It might have been longer. Where you could just play Golos every turn, not really care if it dies, just grab a land. I think trying to have that game plan against maybe like half of your opponents it's no longer great. You can't just play Golos every turn, get a land, they kill it, you're like, okay, cool, great, and then you do it again and again. I had games where that happened, but again, it's like half and half. It used to be like every opponent. But now I don't think that's the case. I think there are enough strategies and enough cards in People's 99 that will not be terribly concerned if you cast Golos every turn, and then they can just continuously answer it. And then you use the mana you've been generating to do something else from like your hand, like all of this giant wall of nonsense. With that being said, I will say I did get a wall. I don't know how long it was. I'd rather not think about it, but there was a sizable wall of opponents who had what I would consider custom hands. Like if you chose 7 cards, you would probably choose the 7 cards my opponents had in like 4 to 8, maybe even 10 games in a row. It felt like where my opponents just had the absolute nuts. Which is, in the defensive aggro, it kind of has to have the nuts because aggro is at a severe disadvantage where the best aggro strategy is Llanowar Elves, right? Not because it kills your opponent with damage, it just skips turns and you just cast more expensive things, and that is, quote unquote, more aggressive than a 1-mana 2/2 that's poking your opponent. I think I've said this like 4 times, but I think a 1-mana 4/4 or a 1-mana 5, probably a 1-mana 4/4 is worse than Llanowar Elves. Maybe it starts to favor the 1-mana statless or abilityless creature at 5. Like Moonshaker Shadow, if it entered at 5, would now be better than Llanowar Elves, but like a 4/4, 1-mana 4/4 is not as good as Llanowar Elves. It just isn't. Like, if they don't deal with this, it's going to be better than that 4/4 they played. So, I mean, if ever there was a reason to explain why you never see the Cascade Rhinos card. But anyways, so yeah, that's just the nature of it, I guess. I would have to play a more mid-rangey kind of thing and shore up some of the weaknesses here. But at that point, I feel like you should just play Kinnan. Whatever this is doing, I think Kinnan just does it better. I just played Kinnan at the end to shake off the pain of what I was just doing and experiencing here, and Kinnan just didn't lose because why would it? This just ain't it anymore. Still probably my favorite commander of all time. Kinnan might be my favorite CEDH commander, but I think Golos is still my favorite commander of all time. Haibai is up there now because I like the pile of nonsense you can do with it. But this is still just such a cool commander. I'm so sad it's banned. It's banned in normal EDH. It probably had to be though. It's like so generically good. It's replacing other interesting options. Like if you want to play slivers, you should just play Golos in your command zone. If you want to play allies, you might want to just play Golos in your command zone. It just takes away unique options, and I think that's problematic. Apart from the land thing, there's plenty of commanders that leave behind nonsensical value when they're cast, like Haibai, actually, like Haibai. So like that part of it is okay, right? Just every time it dies, you can just cast it again. Like that's okay, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be. So that's that. Let me know what you thought about it. If you have ideas of what you think are mythic viable strategies, let me know. You can certainly get to mythic with Golos. I do not at all doubt that. I just had a string of SpaghettiOs and a fairly questionable pile here. But all right, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.